I founded the Internet Archive, a nonprofit library 24 years ago as we brought the world digital. As a library, we collect and preserve books, music, video, web pages to make a great internet library. We have had the pleasure of partnering with over 1,000 different libraries, including the Library of Congress, Boston Public Library, to accomplish this mission by scanning books, collecting web pages, and more. In short, the Internet Archive does what libraries have always done. We collect, we buy, we preserve, and we share our common culture. But remember March of this year. We went home on a Friday, and then we were told that our schools were not going to open on Monday. We got cries for help from teachers and librarians who needed to teach without physical access to the books they had purchased and were in their schools. Over 130 libraries responded, endorsing a lending program to lend books from our collections. And we used controlled digital lending technology in a controlled, respectful way. We lent books that we own at the Internet Archive and at the other endorsing libraries. These books were purchased, and we knew that they were not circulating physically. They were all locked up. In total, 650 million books were locked up in public libraries. Because of that, we thought we could, and we should, and we needed to make these digitized versions of those books available to students in a controlled way to help during a global emergency. As the emergency would recede, we knew libraries could return to loaning physical books, and the books could be withdrawn from digital circulation. It was a lending system that could be scaled up immediately and then shut back down again by June 30th. And then, on June 1st, we were sued by 4 publishers, and they demanded we stop lending digitized books in general. And then they demanded that we permanently destroy millions of digital books. Even though the temporary National Emergency Library was closed down before June 30th, the planned end date, and we were back to our traditional controlled digital lending, the publishers have not backed down. Schools and libraries are now preparing for a digital fall semester for students all over the world, and the publishers are still suing. Please remember that what libraries do is buy, preserve, and lend books. Controlled digital lending is a respectful and balanced way to bring our print collections to digital learners. A physical book, once digital, is available to only one reader at a time. This has been going on for 9 years and is practiced by hundreds of libraries. Controlled digital lending is a long-standing and widespread library practice. So, what is at stake with this suit? It may sound insignificant. It's just controlled digital lending. But please remember, this is fundamental to what libraries do: buy, preserve, and lend. With this suit, the publishers are saying that in a digital world, we cannot buy books anymore. We can only license them, and on their terms. We can only preserve in ways that they have granted explicit permission, and for only as long as they have granted permission. And we can not lend what we have paid for because we don't own them. This is not a rule of law. This is a rule by license. This does not make any sense. We say libraries have the right to buy books, preserve them, and lend them, even in this digital world. This is particularly important with the books that we own physically, because learners now need them digitally. This lawsuit is already having a chilling impact on the digital fall semester we're about to embark on. The stakes are high for so many students who will be forced to learn at home via the internet, or not learn at all. Libraries, publishers, authors, all of us should be working together during this pandemic to help teachers and parents, and especially the students. I call on the executives at Hachette, HarperCollins, Wiley, and Penguin Random House to come together with us to help solve the pressing challenges of access to knowledge during this pandemic. Please drop this needless lawsuit.